Story number 2, A Bargain with the Poor. One morning at a bustling corner of a small market, a young woman stopped in front of an elderly man's stall. With a curious look, she asked, "How much for one egg, sir?" The old man, his voice slow and tired, replied, $1 for 2 eggs, miss." The woman frowned, her tone turning sharp. "Sell me 4 eggs for $1, or I'll walk away." The old man hesitated, glancing at his small basket of eggs. With a sigh, he said, "All right. Take them. Perhaps this is a good start to a day I thought would bring no sales." The young woman smiled triumphantly, picked up the eggs, and walked away with a sense of pride. To her, this was a victory, a small triumph in the art of bargaining. Later that day, she and her friends gathered at an upscale restaurant. The venue was exquisite, with warm lighting and beautifully plated dishes. They ordered the finest meals, laughing and chatting without a second thought. When the meal ended, the bill came to $420. The woman pulled out a $500 bill, handing it to the waiter with a polished smile. "Keep the change," she said generously. The story's deeper meaning. A bargain with the poor is more than just an ordinary snapshot of daily life. It carries profound lessons about how we treat others and value life itself. Through the lens of Stoicism, this story reminds us of fairness, gratitude, and the importance of living true to one's values. Below are 5 important lessons drawn from this tale. 1. Respect the efforts of others. In the story, the old man selling eggs accepted a bargain that clearly undervalued his labor. Despite the injustice, he chose to comply rather than risk losing a sale. In stark contrast, the young woman later handed over a generous tip at a luxurious restaurant without a second thought. This glaring disparity reminds us of a fundamental Stoic principle, the importance of recognizing and respecting the efforts of others, regardless of their social status or occupation. Epictetus wisely stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you perceive it that matters." The value of one's effort does not lie in external appearances or labels, but in the dignity and integrity of the work itself. When we judge the worth of someone's labor based solely on their status or outward presentation, we diminish both fairness and compassion, the cornerstones of a just society. Ask yourself, am I treating everyone fairly, regardless of who they are or where they come from? Recognizing the effort behind someone's work fosters respect and humility. It also aligns with Marcus Aurelius's teaching, "What injures the hive injures the bee." In other words, when we fail to respect others, we harm not just individuals but the balance and harmony of our shared existence. Truly honoring the efforts of others transcends transactional fairness. It is about creating connections, nurturing mutual respect, and contributing to a society where kindness and equity prevail. It's a small but powerful act of Stoic wisdom that ripples through the lives of those it touches, making the world a more harmonious place. 2. Happiness does not lie in extravagance. The young woman's act of tipping generously at a luxury restaurant reflects a common societal illusion, that happiness is tied to lavish spending and external displays of wealth. Yet, Stoic philosophy offers a profound counterpoint. True happiness is not found in material possessions or outward extravagance, it resides within us. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You don't have to travel far to find happiness. It lies in how you live right now." The essence of joy isn't rooted in grandeur or opulence, instead, it blooms in the quiet moments of gratitude and the simple pleasures life offers each day. A warm conversation, a sunrise, or the satisfaction of a job well done, these are the genuine sources of fulfillment. The young woman's contrasting behavior at the market and the restaurant reveals a deeper truth. She undervalued the humble work of the egg seller while eagerly spending without reservation in a setting of luxury. This behavior reflects how easily we equate self-worth with appearances and external validation, mistaking fleeting satisfaction for lasting happiness. The story reminds us to redirect our focus. Instead of chasing the illusion of happiness through wealth or display, we should cultivate gratitude for what we already have. Seneca expressed it well: true happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future. By shifting our perspective away from the external and toward the internal, we can embrace a life of meaningful simplicity. Happiness, in its truest form, is not found in what we can show to the world but in how deeply we appreciate and live each moment. It is a lesson not just in humility but in the power of choosing substance over show. 3. Contentment is a form of freedom. The old man selling eggs, though pressed into accepting a lower price, chose to let go of resentment and start his day with a quiet resolve. His actions exemplify the Stoic principle of knowing enough, a mindset that frees us from unnecessary desires and grievances. Seneca eloquently said, "The wealthiest person is not the one who has the most, but the one who needs the least." True freedom arises not from accumulating more, but from embracing and being satisfied with what we already have. When we shift our focus away from scarcity and toward gratitude, we unlock a sense of inner peace that material wealth can never provide. Rather than lament his circumstances, the old man chose to act on what was within his control, making a sale, however modest, to move his day forward. This quiet strength of acceptance, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, teaches us that freedom doesn't come from changing external conditions, but from changing how we perceive and respond to them. The lesson here is clear: freedom is found in contentment. By acknowledging the abundance in our lives, even in small or unexpected forms, we can overcome frustration and anxiety. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength in a world that constantly urges us to want more. The old man's ability to find peace in enough is a profound reminder. It is not about settling for less, but about realizing that sufficiency, when paired with acceptance, is the true path to liberation. Contentment is not a limitation, it is a deeply empowering way to live. 4. Fairness in treatment defines personal value. The story highlights an unsettling imbalance in how the young woman treated the old man selling eggs versus the restaurant owner. This disparity raises an essential question: are we treating everyone fairly, regardless of their social or economic status? Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The true worth of a man is measured by how he treats those who are weaker than himself." Fairness isn't a privilege we extend selectively, it's a core value that should guide all our interactions. When we choose to treat people based on their wealth, appearance, or status, we betray not only them but also our own sense of integrity. Fairness is the foundation of mutual respect, fostering a society where every individual's effort and dignity are acknowledged equally. The old man's labor, though humble, was just as deserving of recognition as the polished service of a high-end restaurant. Failing to see this erodes our ability to build meaningful connections and a just community. Ask yourself, am I practicing fairness in my daily interactions? True Stoic wisdom calls us to treat all individuals with the same respect and dignity, regardless of their circumstances. Seneca reminds us, wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness. By upholding fairness in how we treat others, we not only elevate those around us but also reinforce our own sense of value and character. It is through fairness that we leave a lasting impact, not in the grandeur of our achievements, but in the justice and respect we bring to every encounter. 5. Find meaning in the small things. The story ultimately reminds us that the meaning of life isn't found in grand gestures but in the small, everyday moments. Something as seemingly trivial as bargaining for eggs can reflect volumes about our character and values. Epictetus wisely observed, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The way we engage with the small moments, our choices, words, and interactions, often carries more weight than we realize. These seemingly insignificant actions ripple outward, shaping not just our relationships but the legacy we leave behind. Instead of dismissing small acts as inconsequential, Stoicism urges us to approach them with intention and mindfulness. How we treat others in the ordinary moments of life reveals our true nature. Seneca reminds us, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." By finding joy and meaning in the small things, we free ourselves from the endless pursuit of the extraordinary. Ask yourself, am I showing care and respect in my daily interactions? Am I mindful of how my small actions reflect my values? When we pay attention to these details, we create a life filled with purpose and depth. The story teaches that life's beauty and meaning are often hidden in the mundane, waiting for us to notice and appreciate them. By cherishing these moments, we embrace the essence of Stoic wisdom, living fully in the present and finding greatness in the ordinary. The story of A Bargain with the Poor serves as a profound reminder of how we live and view the world around us. Through the lens of Stoicism, it encourages us to practice fairness, nurture gratitude, and respect the value of ourselves and others. The true meaning of life isn't found in what you own but in how you live and treat those around you. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to like this video to support meaningful content. Share it with your friends and family to spread these positive values. And be sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an inspiring story like this one. Thank you for watching.